Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Now we continue with the process costing. We look at the question with the joint product and byproduct. So question, Petunas Bhd produces two joint products. So you have JP1 and JP2, and you also have a byproduct that is BP1. So that passes through consecutive processes. So the products appear at the end of process 2. And then product JP1 is sold at the point of separation. So point of separation is known as the split off point. So it is being sold for 7 ringgit per kg, whilst your product JP2 is further processed. So JP2 incur further processing cost at a cost of 2080. And then it being transferred into GP22. And then later sold for 9 ringgit per kg. So BP1 is sold without any further processing activity for 3 ringgit and 50 cent per kg. So BP1 is your byproduct. And then a waste arises at the end of process 2, and it is expected to be 90 kilograms. So this one is the expected loss. Okay, a waste and it is expected. So your expected loss or normal loss is 90 kilograms. And then it is an expected loss and needs to be disposed of immediately. So so you know that this one is your expected loss. Any further losses or gains in process 2 are assumed to be detected at the end of the process. For your normal loss, it is to be disposed of immediately. That means it has no sales value or no scrap value. And then the following are the actual data relating to process 2. So you have the input, you have your opening work in progress, 570 kilograms. So you are being given the cost for your opening work in progress. And then it is being you have the input transferred from process 1 because now you are in process 2. So you have the input from process 1 at 2,450 kilograms, and then you have the additional material at 11,000, direct labor at 9,000, overhead at 10,000. Okay, this one is your input, and then you have your output. You have your product JP1 at 1260 kg, and then your output for your product JP2 1020 kilogram, and for your byproduct 1 you have 70 kilogram. And then you are being told that the closing work in progress is 500 kilograms, and they are all 50% complete for material, labor, and overhead. And then if you want to allocate the joint cost, the company uses the net realizable value method. Remember the three methods that we have: the physical measurement, the sales value, and the NRV method. So in this case, the company is using the NRV method. So you are required to prepare process to account with the relevant statements. So here you have your opening work in progress. In your opening work in progress, you have you are being given the value instead of the percentages. So if you are being given the value, so you know that you have to use the weighted average method. You cannot use the FIFO method. Why? Because if you are using the FIFO method, then you need the percentages or the degree of completion for each of these elements of cost. In this case, you are not being given the information about the percentages of the elements of cost or the percentage of completion. Therefore, you can only use the weighted average method or the average cost method. Okay, so what is the first step that you need to do when you receive this kind of question? So as usual, once you got this question, you have to work out whether you have the normal loss, abnormal loss, or abnormal gain. So in terms of the quantity, work out the quantity first. So here you have the opening work in progress given in the question. The opening work in progress is 570 kilograms. So 570 kilograms at the input that you have 2450 from the question. You are being given that the input from process 1, because now we are in process 2, is 2,450, and then you have this one less your closing WIP also given in the question. Your closing WIP is 500 kilogram, so minus your 500, you've got your production as 2,550. Then work out your normal loss. In this case, the normal loss is straight away given in the question. The normal loss is So your losses 90, so that is your normal loss. So less 90, so you've got your normal production as 2,430. Given in the question that your actual output, so your actual output given as this one, you add 1360 plus 1020. Okay, so add all your output. This one gives you 2450. So that 2450 is your actual production. Therefore, you compare your normal production is 2430 and your actual production is more than what you expected. So your actual production is 2450. Therefore, you have an abnormal gain of 20. Okay, so once you have worked out the quantity, then only you prepare the account. Okay, next you prepare your process account. So from your process account, your opening work in progress, put in the quantity that you've got from the question just now as 570, and then you total up all this one, total up the 2818 plus 2850 plus 1526 and 1911. Okay, that will give you a total of 9105, and then put in the quantity that you've got from process 1 as 2450, and then put in the value given in the question. The value is 15,000, and then you have your additional material 11,000, direct labor 9,000, and your overhead as 10,000. Put in all the values there, and then you already work out your quantity of abnormal gain just now as 20, and then you put in the output that you have. Your output now, or you need to split into 3 items. You have JP1, JP2, and your byproduct 1. So put in the quantity from the question just now. Your output here, you have 1360, 1020, and 70. Put there, and then you have your normal loss. In terms of the quantity, it is 90. You already worked out just now. And then given that the normal loss has no value because it is a waste, so the value is 0. So 90 times 0 gives you 0. And then your closing WIP given in the question, the closing WIP is 500 kilograms. So you put there 500 kilograms, and then the byproduct given in the question, the byproduct value is 3 ringgit and 50 cent. So this one, the byproduct is sold without any further processing activity, so you don't need to further process your byproduct, and it can be sold at 2 ringgit and 3 ringgit and 50 cents. So you know 70, you know 3 ringgit and 50, you can work out the value. So you fill up all these things first, then only you need to work out how much is the green boxes that I've identified here. Then in order for you to fill this up, you need to prepare the statement of equivalent unit, cost per unit, and evaluation, and also some other additional work that you need to do to apportion the joint cost, which I will show it to you later on. So the additional thing that I'm adding here is that you split your finished goods. Previously, you have the finished goods, or you transfer to process 3 account. So you have just a single line or a single output here. But now, if you have joint product and byproduct, you just need to split your joint product and byproduct according to the quantity given in the question. That's just the additional thing that I've added here. For the closing WIP, for the opening WIP, and how to work out your abnormal gain and abnormal loss, they are all the same. Sometimes you can also straight away work out the abnormal gain or abnormal loss from the account. Okay, because the account should be balanced in terms of the debit and credit. So if you do not want to prepare this statement, then you can straight away work out from the you can continue with the account. You can prepare the account, and because your account should be balanced, you can prepare this from the, you can work out how much is your abnormal gain or abnormal loss as a missing figure from the account as well. So with that, I thank you. In the next video, we will continue to look at the statement of evaluation, statement of equivalent unit, cost per unit, and evaluation to complete this question.